Okay, so say you've decided to read Cassandra Clare's books, but there's like a million of them, and you don't know what order to read them in. This is the video for you. There are like a million of them. My shelves, there's more books behind the books, but I have the order, don't worry. So you're going to want to start with these three books, which are the first three books in the Mortal Instruments series. There are 6 total in this series, but you don't want to read them all in one go. Start with these 3, and I know what you're thinking. Aren't these the ones that have that weird incest plot? Yes, but they explain the world the best, and also it's just better if you get to know the characters in this order. For this next part, you have 2 options. You can either read all 3 books in the Infernal Devices, followed by the final 3 books of the Mortal Instruments, or you can read them like this, which is publication order. So that would be Clockwork Angel, City of Fallen Angels, Clockwork Prince, City of Lost Souls, Clockwork Princess, City of Heavenly Fire. If you really like to read a series in one go and you're not going to be able to put it down if there's a cliffhanger at the end of a book, this is not the pattern for you. But what's really, really, really important here is you must read Clockwork Princess before you read City of Heavenly Fire. Next, you want to read the Bane Chronicles, which is a book all about Magnus Bane. It's a collection of short stories, and of particular interest here, if you don't want to read the whole book, is The Midnight Heir, which is going to introduce a character from the Dark Artifices series, and my personal favorite, The Course of True Love and First Dates, which talks about Magnus and Alex's relationship. If you're a huge fan of never leaving any experience untouched and you want the absolute fullest impact of City of Heavenly Fire, read this first to know more about Rafael Santiago. Next, I recommend another standalone, and that is Tales from Shadowhunter Academy. This follows up with a character from City of Heavenly Fire and what happens to them after, and it also sets up some things for the next series. So even if you might not want to read the short stories, they are pretty important. After that, I would read the Dark Artifices trilogy. I don't have the 3rd book, so just imagine it's here. You should have all of the setup from the short stories that you need for these books. These are excellent. They take place chronologically after the Mortal Instruments, and so you get to see a few characters from that in it. Next is another collection of short stories, the Ghosts of the Shadow Market book. This follows a particular character, I cannot say who, and it does set up a lot of plot points in the Last Hours series. You must read at least the first 2 stories in this before reading the Last Hours. Next is the Last Hours. The 3rd book isn't actually out yet, so maybe the order will change once that's out if there are spoilers in that for other things that exist. But I would just read these all in one go. For now, it's fine. Then I would read the Eldest Curses trilogy. This is about Magnus Bane. The 3rd book is not out yet. And then once it's out, I would read the Wicked Powers series, which will be released next. It follows the Dark Artifices series chronologically. So there you go. That's the order.